Today is the day. FTP time. Hi guys, and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be talking you through my most recent FTP test. For those of you that don't know, FTP stands for Functional Threshold Power, and it's the amount of power that you can realistically sustain for an hour, and it's generally used as sort of a measure of a cyclist's sort of prowess. I've come from a running background, and in running you might compare things like your minute per mile pace. Just so in cycling you compare FTP. So as we can see down the side, these are 1 minute chunks are at set powers, starting at 100 watts, increasing in 20 watt segments, and it's just a test to failure. So you just keep going and keep going and keep going until you cannot go anymore. There's an algorithm that then gets applied in the background, and then Zwift will spit out what your FTP is from that. So I'm not new to this. I have done FTP tests in the past, but it's been about 2.5 years since I last took an FTP test. The last time I took an FTP test was the spring of 2023, and at that time I'd been cycling all of the sort of back end of 2022 and the winter into 2023, and my FTP was 228. So I'm not expecting to get a number close to that this time round. Like I say, it's been close to 2.5 years since I've seriously been on a bike. I've been running ultras and doing triathlons in that time, and generally just training different muscle sets. So this is just to sort of give me a benchmark, see where I'm at. I'm then going to sort of hit training hard over the winter, and then I'm probably going to FTP test again in about a month's time, and just sort of go in month increments and see the progress that I'm making, because I'm hoping to see some progress as we move forward with this training. So I've got a lot of goals to try and accomplish with this cycling. I've got no time frame to complete them, but they're just things that I want to check off. So like I've said, it's been a couple of years since I've been back on Zwift, but one of the things I did enjoy last time I was on the platform was going up Alp to Zwift, and I've got a mate who's really into cycling as well, and we've done a couple of attempts up there together, and I've got a PR up the Alp of 75 minutes. Now, I'm really quite proud of that time. It took a lot of work to get that time, but at the same time, I know that sub 60 minutes is the one that everyone really wants to achieve, and it's the one that I want to achieve as well. So in order to do that, at my current weight, I'm just short of 75 kilograms at the moment, but my current weight, I would need an FTP of about 240 in order to sustain the power up the Alp to get me up there in less than 60 minutes. So that is one of the targets that I'm aiming for. At the end of the video, once the results come through, you will see that I've got quite a bit of work to do to get up to that number. Little spoiler there for what's going to happen at the end, but yeah, it'll just mean a hard winter of training, and I'm more than happy to put that work in. I'm really enjoying being back on Zwift. One of the things that is making it really enjoyable is the racing. So at the time of filming this was I'd had my Wahoo kicker core for 3 days, and this was my third ride. The first day I just got set up and I just did a little Zone 2 Robo Pacer ride. On the second day I took part in a race, so I had raced the day before this. It was a Cat E race. I think it was at stage 4 of Zwift Unlocked. Cat E race. So my legs weren't the freshest. I'm just getting my excuses in now. My legs weren't the freshest when I was undertaking this test. But racing has become something that I've really started to enjoy. I think since filming this video I've done 2 or 3 more races, and I've joined the ZRL, the Zwift Racing League. I've joined the Coalition Racing team. My Zwift racing score is currently 186. This is something that's come in since being on Zwift back in 2023, so I'm not really sure if that's good or bad. I know what the categories mean much more than what the racing score is, but I'm sure just sort of over the next couple of weeks getting more familiar, then it'll become quite clear to me where my racing score should be, because like I say, with 3 races under my belt, it's still sort of trying to work out where I am as a racer. But for Coalition, I'm racing in Cat D, and we'll see if that's the level for me, or if I end up getting promoted into C some later stage. That is, again, it's an ambition that I've got, but again, no time frame for when I want that to happen. It's just something that it would be nice if it happened in the future.
220.
Filming these videos and FTP tests and races and stuff is all something that's new to me as well. So if you've got any sort of comments or things that you think might help me sort of produce these videos better or make these videos better, then please leave a comment and let me know, because it's something else that I'm willing to work on as well. Just doing it for a bit of fun, to sort of go hand in hand with the Zwift training. But I'm trying to get these videos out once a week. Like the most interesting thing that happens on Zwift that week, whether it's an FTP test, whether it's a Alpe du Zwift attempt, whether it's a race, it'll be all sort of mixture of stuff. So if there's anything you'd like to see, let me know, and if you feel like there's anything that I can do to be making these videos better, again, let me know. I'm always willing to take on board some feedback, anything that's going to make it better for you guys. We are approaching the end of this test now, so I'm just going to let the last few sort of power increments play out, and then we'll discuss the results at the end.
A minute doesn't seem like a long time until you've got to hold this pace. Ah. $260. Come on. Ah.
So there we go, a little bit into the 260 power block, my legs just gave out and I just had no more. I think I was actually physically shaking at the end of it. It had been a while since I had put in that much effort. I mean, I didn't even put that much effort into the race that I'd done the day before, but it was what it was. And there we go, FTP 183. Initially I was a little bit disappointed with that, but then upon reflection, like, it is what it is. Like I say, it's been 2 years since I've been on the bike seriously, and it's just, this is where we go from this winter, and the mission is now to sort of raise that to 240. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see how we get on with our mission to 240 in later videos, but until then, take care.